What's up everyone? Crow back with the final in-depth base build for base number 3 from my first video. I do have a little bit of bad news that I will share with you here in just a moment. But I'm going to actually build an exact replica right next to it, so that way you can build it yourself. However, the bad news, unfortunately, if I could speak correctly, is there must have been some changes to the AI, because this no longer works the way it worked before. They no longer stay right below you, and they will start to beat on stuff. So that is unfortunate. But I will show you how to make this anyway, simply because, I mean, you can still utilize it, it's just not as cheesy as it was before. But without further ado, I will go ahead and start this. So we are going to go wedge tips. There we go. Now we're going to fill this in. Alright. Now wedges. Wedge tips. And these are called steep wedge. I'm sorry, wedge steep corner base. And the next one is wedge steep corner top. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process right over here. You want to leave a 2-block gap, and then start here to leave that space. I didn't mention it before, but the base here is 7 wide by 16 long, and that takes 112 blocks. And there we are. Now for the iron bars. That concludes this build, at least for the original design. And because it is such a short build, I am going to actually try to make a little bit of a functioning base out of this. And I do not recommend to use this on Horde Night because of the AI changes. I'm just getting rid of this extra layer of iron bars here, just on those two sides. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just kind of build a little bit of a functioning aspect of this base if you would like to use it, so that way you can actually be up off the ground and relatively safe, at least for screamers and stuff, you know, wandering hordes and stuff like that. There we go. And I'm going to continue to build this out. Of course, you can certainly skip all of this if you like, but I'm going to just kind of do a speed build. I'll speed everything up, and I'll just continue to build until I get to a spot where I think it's fairly complete. And I'm going to start this off with regular wedges, used correctly this time. Wedge tips. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and do the other thing on the other side, or the thing on the other side, if I could speak correctly. Alright, that finishes the ramps on each side. So then I'm going to start on the actual second floor, if you will, of the actual base itself. Alright, so you can actually see the general idea here. I'm going to go ahead and get in the Jeep, drive it on up. And I just realized that I forgot to make this platform on the other side. But you would do the same thing over here, or over there, I should say. The platform just helps to, have a stable platform to stop the Jeep and get out and open and close the doors. Of course, you can change that as well if you wanted to use powered and motion sensors, but that wouldn't be until later, of course. Now, the reason I am stopping the fast forwarding at this point, just to let you know, you can make this your own. You could put bars here or glass, anything like that. In my games, I typically try to put like a turret here and a turret here. Like I would build out one of these. Whoops. And one of these. Throw a turret on each one of those. Just that way it clears off any zombies that may be following you up the ramp. But of course, once you open the ramp back up, they aren't able to get across. And the two-way ramps here just ensure that it makes it easy for you to get in and out of your base. And you don't have to keep jumping down to pull up to get back in the base. And that way you can empty your vehicles very easily without too much effort. Now, I did this one other time. I'm trying to place a hatch here. But the other time I actually got rid of this ladder and everything collapsed on me. If that's the case, I'm not going to redo it and we're just going to have a funny, haha over it. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I suspect that happened because this is an overhang and it's has a lot of weight that's kind of hanging over. However, I think I may have fixed that problem because I didn't have this directly under the drawbridge, so it actually theoretically gives a little bit more support extended outwards. Not that it's actually supporting this, but we shall see. Oh, nice. There we go. And like I showed in the first video, unfortunately you do have to pull up to this first level. So this would generally be, before you have this vehicle bay, you would just basically have this first ground level here, and you would have to pull up, and of course grab your frames. Oh, I didn't grab the ones that you can actually pick up. My mistake. And I think that'll do it. You can make it your own as you see fits. Like I would have this level right here with my workbenches, chem stations, forges, all that kind of stuff. And of course you have a whole second level that you can play with to your heart's content. Alright guys, that's gonna do it. It kind of sucks that the AI changed where they don't actually hover below you with that simple design there. But I expect, AI to change constantly, so it just gives me something else to work against. Alright guys, that'll do it for this one. Let me know what you would like to see next. I may do a Let's Play, start one of those. But I also have a couple more base designs as well. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Peace.